A Boston-bound flight was already over the Atlantic when smoke suddenly filled part of the cabin. The cause wasn't an engine or electrical fault. It was a passenger's power bank. The aircraft diverted to Dublin, and more than 200 people never reached Boston that night. And that's only one in-flight mistake travelers keep making. Some cost money, others can get you removed from a flight. A few can become real safety problems. Most travelers know power banks can't go in checked luggage. What many still miss is that the rules continue after you board. Some airlines now require portable chargers to stay under the seat, in a seat pocket or somewhere immediately accessible, not buried in an overhead bag. Policies also differ. Some airlines let you use the bank to charge your phone, but won't let you recharge the bank from aircraft power. Others prohibit using it during the flight altogether. So, "it's allowed in my carry-on" is no longer enough. Before you fly, check your airline's rules for storage, use, and quantity. Here's one that sounds ridiculous. You can legally carry certain alcohol onto the aircraft, including duty-free bottles and small containers that meet baggage rules. But that does not mean you can pour yourself a drink at 35,000 feet. On U.S. flights, passengers cannot consume alcohol unless it is served by the airline. So that bottle you brought from home stays closed, even if you paid for it and it passed security. If you want a drink, let the cabin crew serve it. Bringing alcohol on board and drinking your own supply are two completely different rules. The sign clicks off after takeoff, and many passengers unbuckle for the rest of the flight. Bad habit. You must be seated and buckled whenever the seatbelt sign is illuminated, and the safest move is to keep it fastened whenever you're sitting because turbulence can arrive with almost no warning. If you're sleeping, fasten the belt over your blanket, not underneath it. That way, the crew can see you're secured without waking you. And after landing, stay seated until the sign actually turns off. Touchdown does not mean the aircraft has stopped moving. Electronic devices can slip into powered seat mechanisms, especially in business and first class. If you start moving the seat to reach the device, the mechanism can crush the battery. A damaged lithium battery can overheat, smoke, or ignite. A Swiss flight recently diverted after a headphone charging case became trapped and damaged in a seat. So if your phone, earbuds, or charging case disappears into the seat structure, don't start pressing buttons and digging around. Leave the seat where it is and call a flight attendant. Connecting to the aircraft's Wi-Fi does not mean your phone should return to normal cellular mode. Those are separate systems. Your device should remain in airplane mode, or have its cellular connection disabled, while Wi-Fi can be switched back on if the airline offers it. The easiest setup is simple. Airplane mode on, then manually turn Wi-Fi on. Bluetooth can also be enabled where permitted. Plenty of travelers see the Wi-Fi symbol appear and assume everything else can come back on too. It can't. That extra space can look like a free upgrade, but an exit row seat comes with a job. By sitting there, you are confirming that you are willing and physically able to help open the exit and assist during an emergency if the crew needs you. If you have a mobility limitation, injury, difficulty understanding instructions, or simply do not feel capable of performing those actions, tell the crew and move. The mistake is taking the seat purely for legroom and forgetting the airline may be relying on you for something far more important. After turbulence, luggage inside the overhead bins may no longer be where passengers left it. A bottle, laptop bag, or heavy roller can shift against the door. Then someone stands directly underneath, throws the compartment open, and gets a surprise from above. If the flight has been rough, open the bin slowly and keep your face and body out of the drop zone. Better yet, keep heavy or important items under the seat when practical. The bin isn't dangerous by itself. Forgetting that everything inside can move is the mistake. Vapes create one of the stranger airline contradictions. Because of the lithium battery, electronic cigarettes and vaping devices generally belong in the cabin with you, not in checked luggage. But once on board, you cannot use them and you cannot charge them. Sneaking a puff in the lavatory is not just bad etiquette. It can turn into a serious onboard incident. Carry the device in the cabin, protect it from accidental activation, and leave it alone until you are off the aircraft and somewhere its use is permitted. This argument has ruined a lot of trips. A passenger disagrees with an instruction, decides the rule is stupid, and turns a 10-second request into a confrontation. Onboard, safety instructions are not something to litigate in the aisle. Interfering with crew duties can lead to huge civil penalties, removal from the flight, airline bans, and in serious cases, criminal consequences. If you believe the airline handled something incorrectly, document it and challenge it afterward. In the cabin, the smarter sequence is simple. Comply first. Argue later. If the crew orders an emergency evacuation, your luggage immediately becomes irrelevant. Yet accident videos have repeatedly shown passengers trying to grab bags before leaving the aircraft. That wastes seconds, blocks the aisle, and can damage evacuation slides. If the command is to evacuate, leave everything behind: laptop, suitcase, gifts, even your passport if it is buried in a bag. The goal is to get people out as quickly as possible. The bag can be replaced. The delay it creates cannot. Listen to the crew, move fast, and take nothing with you.
Here's the thing nobody tells you about jet lag. The fight doesn't start when the wheels leave the ground. It starts the moment you wake up that morning. Wake up early, like unreasonably early. Skip the lazy breakfast. Cut the caffeine at least 8 hours before you want to be unconscious. Caffeine has a half-life of roughly 5 to 6 hours, which means a 2 o'clock coffee is still working on you at 10. And then this is the part people skip. Move your body. Hard. A real workout, followed by a long walk. You want your body physically tired before you even see the airport. Then there's the destination. Block your first day. Nothing. No tours, no dinner reservations, no plans. Just walking, sunshine, and water. That buffer day is the difference between bouncing back and burning out. The airline already sold you every upgrade it could before you boarded. From the moment those doors close, your comfort is entirely your own problem. The battle starts at home. Most people let the airline pick their seat and then spend 12 hours wondering why they're miserable. Don't be most people. Window or aisle. Pick one. Never the middle. That's not a seat. It's a punishment. Bulkhead row? Legroom varies more than people think. On some narrow-body aircraft, it's no better than a standard row. What is guaranteed is the trade-off. There's no seat in front of you, so there's nowhere to put a bag. Everything goes in the overhead for takeoff and landing. Exit row, extra space. Usually around 36 inches of pitch, roughly 10 more than standard economy. And on some airlines, you'll board earlier, though not for the reason people assume. On United's window middle aisle boarding order, exit row seats board with Group 3, alongside the window seats. On Delta and American, early boarding comes bundled into the extra legroom fare. It's something you paid for, not something the exit row grants you. Here's a hack for couples. On a wide body with 3 seats across the middle section, book the 2 end seats. A solo traveler who ends up in the middle won't climb over you to get out. They'll use the other aisle. You just bought yourself space. Note that this only works on a 3 across middle. On a 343 wide body, booking both ends still leaves 2 middle seats, and one of those passengers is climbing over somebody no matter what. And before any of this, take 5 minutes. Find your aircraft type. Your airline's own booking page will show it, and FlightAware will confirm it. Just know that equipment gets swapped, sometimes hours before departure, so check again the day before you fly. Then pull up the seat map. Aerolopa has the most precise cabin diagrams. Seatmap.app is the closest thing to a modern replacement for what Seat Guru used to do. And a quick note, if you're following older advice, Seat Guru is gone. TripAdvisor shut it down on October 31st, 2025, and the site now redirects to TripAdvisor's homepage. Its seat maps had already gone stale years earlier. Why bother? Some seats have no window, some don't recline, and on certain rows, the overhead bin space is reduced because the airline stowed equipment up there. 5 minutes of research changes 14 hours of your life. The security line is the first place the system breaks you, standing there, shoes off, liquids out, watching the clock tick toward boarding, while someone ahead of you argues about a snow globe. It doesn't have to be you. A growing number of airports now let you reserve a spot in the general screening line, some of them completely free. Seattle-Tacoma has Sea Spot Saver. It's free, it works for any airline, and you can book up to 5 days ahead or the same day at the terminal. You get a QR code, you show up in your window, and you walk into a dedicated lane. It runs from 4 in the morning to 10 at night. Toronto has YYZ Express, also free. You reserve online up to 72 hours out, and you present your QR code at the checkpoint within 15 minutes of your slot. Not every program works the same way, though. Lisbon's Fast Track, for example, runs around 9 to 10 euros, but it isn't a timed reservation. It's a paid priority lane at security only. It won't help you at check-in or bag drop. So know which one you're buying. How to find yours. Google your airport name plus security reservation or express security line. That's it. 20 minutes saved on a bad morning isn't just convenience. It's 20 minutes of stress your body doesn't carry onto the plane. You've stepped onto the plane. Depending on your boarding group, you've got somewhere between 10 minutes and half an hour before those doors close. Use it. Most people collapse into their seat and hope for the best. Hope is not a strategy at 35,000 feet. First, stow your passport. Not at your seat. Not while blocking the aisle. In the jetway, before you step on. Done. Second, sanitize. That tray table you're about to eat off? A 2015 study by TravelMath swabbed surfaces across 5 airports and 4 flights, and found tray tables carried roughly 2,000 colony-forming units of bacteria per square inch, about 8 times what they found on the lavatory flush button. Worth knowing, none of the 26 samples tested positive for fecal bacteria like E. coli. It's a small study, not a clinical one, but the ranking still holds. The tray table is the surface nobody wipes down between flights. Armrests, headrest, seatbelt buckle, wipe it all down. Third, zone your bags. Overhead bin is dead storage. You won't touch it again until landing. The bag under the seat in front of you holds everything you need for the next 12 hours. Get this wrong and you'll be that person standing in the aisle, digging through the overhead while everyone glares at you. Damage check. Broken screen, spill on your seat, something that won't recline? Report it now while there's still time to move you. Once the cabin fills up, there's nowhere left to put you. And once you've landed, a compensation claim for a broken seat is a much harder argument to win. And here's the trap. Do not take melatonin or a sleep aid while you're still at the gate. Do not take it on the jetway. Do not take it before takeoff. Flights get delayed. Planes get swapped. You sedate yourself and then sit on the tarmac for 90 minutes, awake, groggy, and chemically fogged. Nothing until those wheels leave the ground. Everyone packs for the destination. Almost nobody packs for the flight itself. The fix is 2 small bags. Grab one or both. Never dig through your luggage again. Comfort pouch first. Lip balm, hand lotion. Cabin air runs at desert-level humidity, and your skin will feel it before you do. Deodorant, body wipes, a pre-pasted toothbrush you can use right at your seat. Pharmacy basics, pain reliever, antacids, something for your stomach, because your body will betray you at altitude. And when it does, you don't want to be waiting for the drink cart to come back so you can ask for ginger ale. Add a small carabiner clip and hang the whole pouch from your seat back pocket. No bending, no rummaging, everything at your fingertips. Tech pouch second. Earbuds or headphones, non-negotiable. A Bluetooth adapter for the in-flight entertainment system. A slim power bank with a built-in cable so you're not managing a spaghetti pile of cords at your seat. A magnetic phone stand that clamps to your tray table, because when the seat back screen is cracked or frozen, your phone is the backup. It's not personal, it's protocol. The airline doesn't care if you're comfortable. You have to. The single biggest difference between landing refreshed and landing wrecked is whether you slept. And whether you slept comes down to one thing: your head. A head strap travel pillow isn't a pillow. It's a stabilizer. It attaches to the adjustable headrest on your own seat and keeps your head upright. One thing to check before you buy: your seat actually needs adjustable headrest wings. Plenty of domestic narrow-body economy seats don't have them, and the strap has nothing to grip. No bobbing, no snapping awake every 12 minutes, no waking up on a stranger's shoulder. The person in front of you doesn't feel a thing. It takes a few minutes to get used to the sensation, and then you're locked in. Even if this exact style isn't for you, bring something: a donut pillow, a turtle brace. Anything is better than letting your head flop around for 8 hours. And pack a standalone eye mask. A real one. Not because the cabin will be dark, because someone 3 rows up will watch an action movie at full brightness for 90 minutes straight, or your neighbor will refuse to close the window shade. You never know who's sitting near you. Control what you can control. Sitting with your feet flat on the floor for hours isn't just uncomfortable, it's a circulation problem. A foot hammock slips over the metal arms of the tray table on the seat in front of you. Adjustable length works for any height. The person in front usually has no idea you're using it, as long as you're resting, not swinging like you're on a porch. One caveat: some airlines don't allow them because the tray arms aren't built to carry that load. If a flight attendant asks you to stow it, and you can't use it during takeoff and landing regardless. But for those long middle hours, this is the thing that turns economy into something almost bearable. What you wear on a long-haul flight isn't fashion, it's equipment. Layers are non-negotiable. Cabins swing from hot to freezing and back again, sometimes on the same flight. T-shirt base, hoodie, or sweater over top. You can strip down or bundle up without begging for a blanket that the airline may or may not have. Your hoodie needs deep zippered pockets. Here's why. When you get up for the bathroom, especially if you're traveling solo, your phone, your passport, your wallet, they come with you. Not left at the seat, not tucked under a magazine. With you. Bottom half, whatever keeps you comfortable. Just make sure your pants don't drag. By hour 8, the bathroom floor is wet. You don't want to know with what. Slip-on slides. Pack them. Don't sit in bulky shoes for 12 hours. Keep your socks on. Wash the slides at the hotel. And compression socks. The CDC flags any journey over 4 hours as a blood clot risk, and a review of 12 randomized trials found strong evidence that compression stockings reduce the risk of silent deep vein clots on flights longer than 4 hours. Put them on before you board. Wrestling them on in a cramped airplane seat is a losing battle you don't need to fight. Dress for the flight. The destination can wait. Cabin humidity at cruise altitude typically sits around 10 to 20%. That's drier than the Sahara's daily average. You're dehydrating whether you feel it or not, and by the time you feel it, you're already behind. Drink more water than you think you need. Yes, more bathroom trips. But sitting still for 10 plus hours is worse than getting up. The longer you're immobile, the higher the clot risk climbs. And here's the thing about dehydration. It produces almost exactly the same symptoms as jet lag, headache, fatigue, brain fog. So it stacks on top and makes every one of them feel twice as bad. There's a second problem too. That dry air pulls moisture out of your nose and throat, and those membranes are the first line of defense that traps airborne viruses before they get anywhere. Dry them out, and that defense stops working properly. A square water bottle packs flat in your personal bag. Fill it after security. While you're sitting, trace the alphabet with your feet. Ankles only. It keeps blood moving and reduces swelling. Nobody around you will even notice. Fresh socks before landing. Sounds small, but changing into clean, dry socks as you begin the descent is a psychological reset you can't replicate any other way. Around hour 6, you hit a wall. The fix isn't more screen time. Pre-pasted disposable toothbrushes. No water, no rinsing, no bathroom sink. Brush right at your seat. Body wipes and deodorant. 90 seconds and you feel like a different person. Vapo inhaler if your neighbor didn't shower. Also works as a wake-up tool when your brain is fogged and you still have 4 hours to go. A disposable steam eye mask. It warms up for about 20 minutes. For tired eyes, screen fatigue, and the tension headache that's been building since hour 2. The works. You don't need a shower, you need 90 seconds and the right tools. You've got the gear, the seat, the setup. Now you need the signal that tells your brain, shut down. Option 1, sleep sounds, white noise, rain, nature tracks. Most earbuds have a sleep library built in. Option 2, an audiobook or podcast you've already heard. Not something new, something familiar. No engagement FOMO. Your brain hears the pattern, recognizes it, and disengages. Option 3, a pre-made sleep playlist. Calming music, ASMR, whatever you use at home. Familiarity is the cue. Your brain needs a pattern it recognizes. Random in-flight entertainment keeps you awake. Familiar audio puts you under. It's all about the signal. You walked onto that plane in control, and you walk off it the same way. The system didn't get you this time. If you found this illuminating, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, travel smart.